this age, Christ. When I was a boy, every little squirt wanted to be a harpooner or a sword fisherman. And you got here, portable shower or a monkey cage?
Anti-shark cage.
Anti-shark cage. You go inside the cage. Cage goes in the water. You go in the water. Shark's in the water. Our shark. Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.
JAWGUST. JAWGUST. JAWGUST, it is JAWGUST, where I will be watching Jaws each day. Podcast, got a podcast, but I'm not quite sure what I will say. The choice of this time I give you pause, 'cause it has nothing to do with Jaws. JAWGUST, it is JAWGUST, where every day I will watch Jaws and talk about Jaws. It helps if you like Jaws. Twenty-four days in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to JAWGUST, where today I watched Jaws for the 24th day in a row. And I'm talking about Jaws for the 24th day in a row. But for the first day in a row, summer's over for my wife. She's back to work. She's exhausted for her first day of being on Zoom all day. She's asleep in the next room, so if you notice, I'm not as loud and boisterous and cute as I normally sound. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here, and I can tell you that I watched Jaws again today for the 24th time, and I watched it about 13 hours ago, and I have new notes. You know, yesterday was probably the most fun I had putting together an episode. And today I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness gracious, what am I going to talk about? But I remember I have notes. And these notes are these all from, there's got to be some from yesterday, because there's no way I took all these today. I don't remember that. But my first note is 45 years later. Can you imagine how much the Brody's house is worth? That view alone is amazing. Just don't go swimming. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jaws was filmed on Martha's Vineyard. That home was a very real home. It's been completely renovated, but it is located on 265 East Chop Drive, Vineyard Haven, Massachusetts, 02568. That's according to Curbed.com. So I looked up that address, and I see on Zillow there is a home value listed. Now, I don't know the history or anything or when it was last sold, but the home value right now, the Zillow, they call it Zestimate. Can you Can you guess? $1.7 million. Can you imagine how much greed it would take for a small-time sheriff to have a home worth $1.7 million? Let me tell you right now, it was sold last year. Last June, it was sold for $1.5 million. I mean, I don't even know if it's the same house. I think it is. It's just been completely renovated. Renovated isn't really a word. That's funny. It'd be interesting if they showed anything about Jaws in the Zillow listing. Private beach on East Chop with gorgeous water views of the Vineyard South from each room, including all bedrooms. Can you believe Sean and Michael Brody had beautiful views? Read more. Yeah, they don't have anything. I mean, if I was selling this home, the first thing would be like, the Brodys lived here. Martin Brody and Ellen Brody got drunk and fooled around in this house. What else do you need to know? And obviously, okay, wow. Yeah, this was sold. Man, it was listed for 1.7 at one point. I mean, really, really interesting stuff, huh? Isn't this what you come here for? And you thought I'd have nothing to talk about, or I thought I'd have nothing to talk about. I wrote down that question. How much would a house like that be worth? Now I know. Let's just keep going through my notes, shall we? I noticed this actually made me, notice something for the first time ever. They're on the barge, and right before the police chief, right before the mayor shows up in this caddy, Brody's smoking a cigarette. He takes it and throws it right over the barge into the water. Dude, that's gross. I mean, that is like, you're littering, you're polluting, okay? 1975, I'm sure that was completely normal, but yuckity-duckity. Oh, yeah, another thing. Today was my first day back at work on my vacation. I had 5 Zoom calls today. It was a long day, but one of my Zoom calls was my team meeting, and one of my coworkers, she lives in South Carolina, and she was saying that they stayed at the same place or by the river that Dirty Dancing was filmed, and she showed her daughter Dirty Dancing, and then she showed her daughter Jaws. And when I heard that, I mean, most of the people I think in my office know I'm doing this. My eyes popped open, and I was like, I watched Jaws today too. I thought that was really cool. So her daughter, I wish I knew the age, but she's, like 8th grade, something like that, junior high. And she said she was worried that it wouldn't register with her, but the kid was like, oh no, all the right places. They both said it held up. I mean, I know it held up. Obviously, look at me. It also held up after 24 days in a row. But just to make sure, just to hear other people that you don't, they're not, at least they don't say they're huge Jaws fans, to hear them say they've watched it probably for the first time in a while, and to say that they, how much they enjoyed it and their kid enjoyed it, just warmed my heart. Warmed my heart. Now, I had some fun yesterday with the true crime stuff, and Harry Keisel being the hero who smuggled the tape out of the fisherman, exposing things. But what I should have mentioned was also that Harry was there that day. He was there when Alex was eaten by the shark, but he missed it. He missed the whole thing. I noticed today that he talks to Brody. Brody says, that's some bad hat, Harry. Harry just storms off, and then you see him climb up onto where those little cabanas are, and he goes into the cabana probably to, change and maybe, toot a couple lines. I don't know what he's into. He's cool. It's the 70s, man. And we never see him again. Now, he's an old fella, so he's probably going to dry off. Maybe he takes a shower. He's going to be in there for a few minutes. He absolutely was in there hearing screams, hearing people run for their lives. He probably came out like, What's going on? Oh. I just thought I had to mention that. Now, I wrote this one the other day, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I wrote, did Quint respect Hooper more the second day? He definitely yelled at him more the first day. Like, he definitely treated him disrespectful. He called him an idiot. He's like, stop playing with yourself. Just undermined him, many times. Then they had that night of drinking and sharing, and they had, they kind of, shared scars, and Hooper was completely like enthralled with the Indianapolis story. The next day, it wasn't as contentious, except of course, when Brody wanted to throw him off the boat because Quint wanted to throw him off the boat when Hooper was like, you're pushing the engine too hard. But by that point, Quint was, he was obsessed with killing this shark. So I don't know if it's true or not, but I wrote that down, and I wanted to mention it. I did check a couple times. The other day, Chris mentioned about the tiger shark being real and really rotting and stinking, and I couldn't see anybody reacting to the smell. I was looking everywhere, and I could not tell if they noticed, or if either the smell wasn't as bad outside, or I'm not sure exactly. But I did like that the group that Hooper told were overloading the boat, and he said, walk straight ahead. They're the same bozos that actually caught that tiger shark. They were the heroes for a moment. And I have to wonder, after the pond incident, where we see another shark attack, and we see another death, and it's pretty well established that the tiger shark wasn't the shark, did those guys return their $3,000? It's like, depending on how many guys were on that boat, it's either $600 to $725 per person. You know how much Gansett that can buy? Speaking of Gansett, it's funny. You see Narragansett famously on Quint pulling the tab, smoking it, pulling the tab, drinking it, and crushing the can. But I saw it two other places. I want to keep looking for it. Remember those old, Richard Scarry books or something, where it was all drawings and you see like a pickle just in the middle of it anywhere? Now that's how I want to be like Gansett. Even before Where's Waldo, there was the pickle. So where's Gansett? Well, in Quint's cabin, you see it just kind of on the step there. And then another time is when the guys are fishing. All the bozos are out there trying to catch the shark. And the people are chumming, and all the boats are going. One of the guys is holding a Gansett in his hand. So that's 3 Gansets I can count. But I'm going to try to look for more. I'm going to see if there's more. I'd love to see if there was a fourth Gansett. What's a summer gink? According to the Netflix subtitles, and of course, according to the HBO subtitles that I've been using, it's summer gink. And he definitely says the summer ginks. In the little store that Brody goes in to get the art supplies, the guy's like, the summer ginks don't come down till June or whatever it was, August, something, I don't know. Is that some sort of that's got to be some sort of derogatory term to something. I just don't know what. I've heard it 24 times. I got a couple more. If you look up Kevin James Jaws sound guy on YouTube, there's a pretty funny scene where he superimposes himself over Sean Brody at the dinner scene table. Pretty funny stuff. Also on the boat, Brody is during the scene where they're comparing scars. Quinn says, "A thresher," and Brody says, "Thresher?" And Hooper's like, "Yeah, it's a shark." Now, was he that drunk at his dinner table when he didn't hear that Hooper already caught a 4-foot thresher shark when he was a kid? Hooper was telling that story. I know Ellen Brody remembers every word. But meanwhile, Brody's just like, I gotta get this wine open. Why do you have to go tell him that? Couple more. 24 hours. 24 hours. Not bad. Brody and Hooper did a pretty good job of organizing all those people to patrol the beach in 24 hours. In that time, they got a bunch of boats. They needed anybody with a boat or a gun. They got a bunch of boats, a bunch of guys, walkie-talkies. Unfortunately, there were some whistles, guns, and they even came up with code names. I gotta find all those code names, like Daisy. That's the only one I can remember off the top of my head. But they patrolled everything except the pond. Why patrol the pond? What could possibly go wrong there? What could possibly happen in the estuary? And lastly, my last note of the day. Did you see how far Brody had to run to get to the pond? And I'm sure I talked about this already, but he runs on those rocks like he's Chris Morris. Then he runs down the bridge when the guy's like, does anybody have a gun? Jumps over the bridge like a goddamn superhero. Runs. Meanwhile, those two kids have dragging, Michael out of the water. And Ellen's running too. And, Sean was there all by himself. They ran all the way. That's how far away they let little Sean sitting in the sand while Michael's out in the water. Again, I was there. I saw her say it 24 times in a row. I've got Sean. No, you don't, Ellen. No, you don't. You got something. I'll say it. But it ain't parenting Sean. And that's it. I'm done. You know what? Let's do this again tomorrow. I'll probably be whispering then, too. These are work nights now, so I'm quiet. I'm respectful. You know where to find me on Twitter and Instagram, @GeekMentality. The website is fansnotexperts.com. The Facebook page is Fans Not Experts. And, that's it. I'm done. I'm out of here. Until tomorrow, my friends. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for telling all of your friends and all of your coworkers and all of your family about this amazing podcast, whether you're in England, Scotland, or Massachusetts. Those are the people I can guarantee are listening. Others, I don't know. We'll find out. But everyone else, thank you as well. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Here is, I'm going to whisper it, my theme song. This is my podcast. I made it. Geek Mentality's what I named it. And I think you should listen and subscribe. 'Cause I'm kinda funny and awesome. I think that I'm worth your time. And I'm kinda handsome. My mom says, please listen and please subscribe. At least listen to this episode. Fans Not Experts.